Have you ever felt like the more deeply you think, the more isolated you become? Like the more you understand the world, the less people want to hear from you? You're not imagining it. Throughout history, society has often feared deep thinkers, not because they're wrong, but because they reveal truths others would rather ignore. Socrates was executed for corrupting the youth. Galileo was silenced for revealing the earth revolved around the sun. Tesla died alone, despite pioneering technology that changed the world. These weren't criminals. They were thinkers, people who saw the world differently and paid the price for it. Why does this keep happening? Why are those who think deeply often pushed to the fringes? It starts with how we respond to different types of superiority. When you stand next to someone strong, you might admire their muscles. If someone's rich, you might feel envious but not attacked. These traits are external, but intelligence is different. Our beliefs and thoughts are part of our identity. So when someone questions them, even silently, it feels personal. Deep thinkers don't just share new ideas, they hold up a mirror, forcing others to confront their own limitations. And that makes people uncomfortable. Psychologists call this the mirror effect. A deep thinker doesn't even have to speak. Their presence alone can trigger insecurity in others. And rather than admire intelligence, many resist it. Neuroscience backs this up. When someone feels intellectually inferior, the brain's amygdala, the region that processes fear, becomes active. In other words, deep thinking doesn't just challenge people, it can threaten them. Why? Because for most of human history, survival depended on fitting in, not standing out. Being part of the group meant safety. Being different meant danger. So our brains evolved to prioritize acceptance over insight. Today, when a deep thinker enters a group, they challenge the tribe's stability. Their ideas disrupt comfort, their questions disrupt routines, and the group's defense mechanism kicks in. One-on-one, people are more open to intellectual conversation. But in group settings, rejection spikes. A 2021 Stanford study found that people feel more threatened by deep thinkers when others are watching. Why? Because group dynamics make social status more visible. If someone feels outshined in front of others, they may instinctively push the thinker away to protect their own image. This is why deep thinkers often thrive in quiet settings but struggle in public forums. On top of that, several psychological biases work against deep thinkers. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Those who know the least often think they know the most and dismiss the truly knowledgeable. Status quo bias. People prefer familiar ideas over disruptive truths. The backfire effect. When people are presented with facts that contradict their beliefs, they often double down instead of changing their minds. The more you challenge people to think critically, the more resistance you're likely to face, not because you're wrong, but because the truth is hard to digest. Social media has only made this worse. Algorithms don't reward depth. They reward emotion, especially outrage, humor, or controversy. Viral content is designed to be simple and stimulating, not thoughtful or nuanced. As a result, charismatic but shallow voices rise to the top, while thoughtful, complex thinkers are often buried in the noise. It's not that people don't care about truth. It's that the systems we use to share truth aren't built to support it. It's not just online. Schools reward memorization, not independent thought. Workplaces promote those who fit in, not those who challenge the system. Politics favors those who say what people want to hear, not what they need to hear. The world claims to value intelligence, but only after it's safe. Galileo, Van Gogh, Nietzsche, Tesla, none were celebrated in their lifetimes. But today, they're icons. Why? Because once their ideas stopped being dangerous, society could finally accept them. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer believed that intelligence was more of a burden than a blessing. The smarter a person is, the more they struggle to find joy in the ordinary. Most people chase pleasure, routine, and comfort. Deep thinkers, on the other hand, crave truth, even if it brings discomfort, even if it leads to loneliness. That's the real disconnect. It's not about being antisocial. It's about valuing depth in a world that prefers simplicity. Many social interactions are built on small talk, polite lies, and status games. And for someone who sees through it all, participation becomes exhausting. Does this mean deep thinkers are doomed to be lonely? Not at all. It just means you have to navigate the world differently. Embrace solitude as a place of strength, not exile. Seek out like-minded people, even if they're rare. Books, philosophy, or small intellectual circles can offer real connection. Be strategic with your insights. Not every place is ready for deep conversation. Save your energy for those who are. Learn to communicate simply. As Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The goal isn't to be understood by everyone. It's to be understood by the right people. So if you've ever felt like an outsider for thinking too deeply, you're not broken. You're just seeing things most people aren't ready to see. History shows that society may reject deep thinkers in the moment, but it is deep thinkers who move the world forward. So keep thinking, keep questioning. And if this message resonated with you, share it, comment below, and join the conversation, because we're just getting started.